Hi and welcome again to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. So this is going to be my post-match review on Arsenal versus Lyon in the Emirates Cup, which happened on Sunday. You might have seen that my brother did in-match commentary, and he was quite lucky enough to get a ticket. How the hell did he get a ticket? He didn't pay for the ticket. Some guy apparently who works in the armory gave him the ticket. But yeah. Anyway. So if you want to find out what happened, what my thoughts are, stay tuned. And there might be a competition towards the end. So let's wait and see. So yeah. So you probably know already that Arsenal lost 2-1 against Lyon. 2 goals by Mousa Dembele, the ex-Fulham player. And we had one fantastic goal by Aubameyang. But just one serious point, apparently Lacazette limped off less than 15 minutes into the first half. And it was a slight worry. I only know that because I saw the highlights on the internet afterwards when I got home. And I did the editing of our end of season meetup. So it was a little bit worrying. I'm a little bit concerned. But apparently watching Unai Emery's post-game conference, he was quite adamant that it was just a sprained ankle. I hope it's nothing too serious. Apart from that, Guendouzi looked renewed, didn't he? Like a new, reinvigorated player there. I'm just thinking, is it because now he knows he has to fight for his place? Because we've got Ceballos, we've got Martinelli, even though Martinelli is, for me, predominantly he's a winger, he's not an out-and-out striker. So is it because he's probably thinking, right, now I've got real competition. There wasn't so much competition with Torreira because Torreira is shoulders above all the other midfielders we have there. But yeah, for the first half there, he looked really, really good. Positivity. Wasn't lingering on the ball too much like we've seen him do, in the last season there. But he looked really, really sharp. Nketiah, when he eventually came on, he had quite a few chances, didn't he, there? And I guess maybe that could be one thing frustrating about Nketiah, because one match, it's like give him a chance and he'll put the ball away. But, on the other side, he had at least, I think, 3 chances that maybe at least he should put one of them away. But again, not getting too hard on the guy because, we've got to get behind these youngsters, because I definitely want to see the majority of these youngsters playing, in the first team, in the new season coming up. I thought Ceballos looked very, very good. And you can see he's forward-thinking, always trying to drive the ball forward. I'm optimistic for this new season, really, really optimistic. Again, more competition in the midfield there. Martinelli, he had a goal scratched off. Yeah, again, that's another player who, I know he's only 18, but as the old saying goes, if you're good enough, you're old enough. So, again, Unai Emery must be brave and play these players. Please, Emery, I'm begging you. I know you did say it in your press conference that it's their time. And it's been their time for a while, and I think they've been waiting and crying out for a coach such as yourself, Unai Emery, to give them the opportunities just to show what they can do. I thought Willock, for me, was the man of the match yesterday. Again, just words fail me. Words really fail me. This guy has to be an absolute starter in the first team in the new season. It has to be. Just the way that he, his intricate play, the way he brings in players. He had a couple of opportunities where he could have scored a goal. He brings so much more. And I know I've said that for me, Smith Rowe would have been Ramsey's natural replacement there. But we know he's injured. But Joe Willock has to start. There. So for me, yeah, he was a man of the match, even though we lost 2-1. On another slight negative point. There was booing. I heard booing in the highlights there when Xhaka and Mustafi were on the ball. Personally, I don't like to see well, I guess it's okay if we're booing, the opposition players, but when it's our own players that we're booing, I really don't like to hear that. As much as, we've lambasted Mustafi and Xhaka on Cannon Freud TV quite a few times, to hear the booing there, it didn't sit well with me. It's something that Unai Emery literally has to sort out. By that I mean, I guess, Mustafi, he has to be sold. He has to be sold. Xhaka is it's more of an enigma for me because apart from his passing, long range passing and long range shots, what more can Granit Xhaka really bring? He can't defend. He gets caught out on the ball once too many times. But yeah, apart from the long range shots and the long, range passes, how much more can Unai Emery really eke out? Really get out from Granit Xhaka? Does he deserve one more season? We've given him the protection that he's wanted or needed in Lucas Torreira, but there's only so much Torreira can really give to this guy. But yeah, getting back to the main point I'm just making there, just to hear that our players are being booed doesn't really sit well with me. But again, that's something Unai Emery, being the coach, has to sort out there. But and apart from that, just watching the players there, if you see the end of season meet-up we had with little Maisie, Colin, Mr. Fury and my brother Raz there, the point was brought up that we can outgun the opposition. But what my concern was, we only had two clear players, two strikers, that were the best strikers Arsenal have had in a generation. You can't rely on those two guys there to score all the goals. There has to be a bigger pool of players. Ramsey, when he was there, he would bring some goals. So I'm optimistic because we've got these other players there who are surely enough going to put less of a burden for Aubameyang and Lacazette. And God forbid, like I say so many times, that if one of our strikers was to sustain an injury, who is going to come up, and step into the shoes of the strikers? Well, we've got Nketiah, but we have to have a bigger pool of players who are able to score goals. Mkhitaryan, he came in, he didn't have the best of games, but he didn't have the worst of games yesterday against Lyon. And that has been the underlying problems, that Mkhitaryan needs to be more consistent. We demand more. Emery demands more from the players. So the defence, for me, is not going to be sorted out anytime soon. So I guess our best line of defence has to be the attack. I'm old school. I prefer it to be the other way around, that we have a solid enough defence, difficult to break down, and then everything else is a plus. But I guess the way things are going, I can't see us signing, a quality, centre back to partner Socrates. I can't see it happening there. The best pairing could have been Holding and Socrates. Monreal, right back, better in when he comes back. But the defence, once too many times, shows us, their true colours, that they just cannot defend. The defence just cannot defend. So, yeah, I think we've got a bigger pool of players in Ceballos, Martinelli, Willock, Nketiah. Reiss-Nelson had a really good game. Again, the end product is not quite there. But Emery would have been buoyant now that he's given these youngsters the opportunity and chance to show what they can do. And the new season really can't start, really soon enough. Personally, I haven't missed it that much because I've been, it's been interesting for me just try and eke out some different pieces of news and information to give, on Cannon Freud TV. Listen, the view counts is not that great. It's not that fantastic, but I hope the quality of the stuff that we put on Cannon Fodder TV is good enough, and hopefully we can do some collabs in the future to take Cannon Fodder TV to another level. But yeah, the Emirates Cup, Arsenal lose 2-1 against Lyon to a brace by Mousa Dembele and one kind of wonder goal by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Lacazette, I think he's going to be okay, but it just underlines literally the issue that we have to have a greater pool of players able to chip in with, you know, with some goals there. We can't rely on Aubameyang and Lacazette to score the goals outright. But yeah, that's it. That's it. So really, you know, if you like Cannon Fodder TV, the uploads, make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe, because we are trying to make our way to 3,000 subscribers before the year is out. So your views as well as your your subscription will help us, as well as, you know, smashing the like button. But yeah, you've been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. And slight Emirates Cup breaking news.